Hi, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and the North Node. Welcome. This will be your sacred energy reading, okay? If you're keen to book me for a reading, you'll find my email in my description box below. Let us tap in and talk to God, okay, Scorpio? Ooh. Your enemies are ashamed, deeply in shame. Like I'm seeing embarrassment, I'm seeing humiliation, and I'm seeing shame. It's like there are people that literally have tried you, people you've been genuinely good to. You showed up in their life with pure intentions and you aimed to play a good role within that person's life. And they've always taken advantage of that, of your purity, of your goodness. You should be proud of yourself for keeping your heart open after all these years of it being played with. But these very same people that have played with you in your life are in deep regret, like deep shame, humiliation, and embarrassment. You have the King of Pentacles. I'm being called to take it reversed. So I'm seeing here, Scorpio, that a lot of people had ego towards you. No matter how good you aimed to play a specific role in their life or however pure your intentions were, you were always played with. And it's like these people that did this to you were always doing it from a place of ego, wanting to prove a point, wanting to embarrass you, shame you, humiliate you for being a good person towards them. Because that's ultimately what they were doing. Like trying to mock the love you showed them by being deceitful and backstabbing you. And there's so many people you've had to let go of, so many cycles you've had to end. There's so much cleansing that you've done. Now, there's no rotten apple. There's no one that's not meant to be around you. There's no one that is around you that is not meant to be around you, Scorpio, at this time, because you've done the necessary work to assert yourself with discernment as to who is deserving of your energy. You're no longer accessible. And everybody knows, even those that have access to you know that if they lose the access, it's on them. You don't need them. It's clear. And what I'm seeing here, we have the world, the Fool to the Four of Cups. It wasn't worth it for your enemies. What they did, what was spoken, what was ways in which they acted, it was never worth it. They're literally all awakening at the same time. The karmic energy is awakening. You know, the enemies are seeing and understanding what they're seeing. So as they look in the mirror, they see their own sins, or they see their own darkness or evil wickedness. They see themselves, and it's through you. So many people are seeing themselves because of you, because of what they did to you. It's proof of who they truly are within themselves, even if they try to lie to themselves and others. So you always be a constant reminder of their truth, one which they don't want to reflect on because it's just pure darkness. They know what they did, they know what they said, they know how they acted, they know all of these things, they're well aware. And because of that awareness, that's what's making them be in regret, shame, humiliation, even guilt. I'm channeling guilt as well. Like they just can't believe the fact that they were the problem the whole time. Because when they were doing you wrong, they thought they were justified in that because of how they perceived you. Back to the ego. They had ego. So you would try and help and extend yourself in a helping manner to someone. They'd look at you as, oh, you just want to say you helped me, or you just want to say you did that for me, or you just also want to claim your power over my life. It's like you love someone genuinely kind and friendly, and they'll take it as just fake, not real, not original, not authentic. And you meant it, but they never received it like that. Like ever, no matter how much you tried, Scorpio, they never received it like that. They never saw it like that. They always had their own things going on within themselves. And even when you were trying to show up within their reality in a specific manner, they always had their own things going on within themselves. King of Wands. And you would try, Scorpio, in all ways to play the role, one which you saw to be good for the other person, not even for yourself. There was a lot of selflessness in you. For a very long time in your life, you were selfless, completely willing, giving, honest, compassionate, and understanding. I see that here and I acknowledge it as well, Scorpio. But it was just, you just kept being taken advantage of. And it just kept getting worse. When this one would betray you, and the next betrayal would be worse than the last. And it just kept escalating and escalating until the breakthrough, where now your evolution and ascension has put you in a position where you no longer can be accessed by anyone who isn't for you. Anyone that is against you has zero access to you, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. There's nothing they can do. They have nothing on you. They mean nothing to you as well. You've made it clear to yourself and to them, but to yourself, because that you care about you first. And you've learned that it's you first. You can never choose anyone above yourself. Their feelings and emotions can never be or dictate anything. Five of Wands, and you fought to really be a good person through all of this. You literally fought to really stay good. And that battle was not for nothing, Scorpio, because you were not doing it for them, you were doing it for you. Because if you hadn't fought to stay as good as you've always been, you would have turned out like them. So thank them for showing you how good of a person you really are. And thank them for showing you and revealing to you who they are. Because when you reflect on it, you have more gratitude in you about yourself. You like, man, You fall more in love with yourself, Scorpio, when you realize how valuable of a person you truly are in someone's life, in the world, your life, your reality. You matter in a very significant way. You have powers that if someone is for you, not against you, your powers can really help them ascend and evolve as well as you have also, and you can help the next person also do the same, but only if they worth it. If they're not worth it, there's nothing there to give, even if they ask for forgiveness. There's nothing left for them to receive from you ever in their life. You've made that decision and you're not backtracking on it. We have the Lovers reversed. You've stood on that. You are in that decision and that choice. You're living it. You're living in it every day. You're choosing yourself. And you keep awakening with the Hermit reversed to the Lovers reversed. You keep awakening to the fact that you've come so far with the level of decisions and choices you've had to make in life and how they've shaped your reality and world. You need to trust yourself more because you've come so far to doubt yourself ever in your life. No matter what, who, why, where, don't ever doubt yourself, Scorpio. Understand yourself. Understand those doubts if they arise, but don't allow them to dictate your identity. Let them travel through you and leave your body, your heart, your mind, but don't let them stay there. Those are not to live within you. It's to help you grow. Where you were challenged with the doubt and you face it and say, no, I'm over that now. Why would I doubt myself? And when it arises again, you don't even see it. You breeze through it. You don't even feel it. You don't even think it. You just breeze through it. It just passes like it's nothing. And every day until it becomes nothing, until there is no more doubt in you left, because you are so within yourself, in your mind, in your heart, in your body, in your spirit, and you haven't left for no one. And even if pieces of you were taken by those you cared about, you reclaimed them by understanding that they were never to be cared about to begin with. You are just a good person. Interesting here, this is in-depth energy. We have the we have the Hermit twice, but it came out reversed here and it came out upright here. The Hermit speaks of going within, knowing yourself. We have the Knight of Swords. It's like your internal environment, which is your heart space, your mind space, your spiritual space, is very secure within its identity, that no matter how much it's been attacked, your mind, your heart, your spirit, your body as well, you still remain intact. No matter how many times you were attacked, you still remained intact. Okay? You kept rising, you rose up from all of that. And you did so, and it led you to the path of self knowing and awareness. You know yourself and understand yourself in ways that you don't see right now because you're just living it in ways you might not even understand because you're just living it. But you have such self discovery, self identity, self awareness that it's threatening and intimidating to the enemy. The love you just pour into yourself, and even with the love they took advantage of that you gave, it's not in that them taking advantage of that love doesn't mean your cup doesn't run over. It still runneth over. It still does. Just because you gave them love, you are full of love, you are love. You don't lack love, they do. You have literally enemies that feel like, oh, because you love them a specific type of way and they broke your heart a specific type of way, it just changed you and all of they wish. Like, you have people that's still in their head thinking they really are someone they're not, and it pisses you off sometimes to think of that someone really is delusional about the perception they see of you, but then you understand that it has nothing to do with you because to begin with, they were your enemy. Just because you're aware they're an enemy now doesn't mean they were not an enemy when you were not aware. They've been. You're just aware. That friend, that ex-lover, that colleague, that family relative, that stranger, whoever you've awakened to and saw as your enemy, they've been. You've just awakened. Your consciousness doesn't take away the truth that it's been like that. They've been. They've always been an enemy. They're an enemy. They're a foe. Who are they to you? Why would they even matter? Why would you even care about a freaking enemy? Like, why would they mean anything? You way ahead, Scorpio. You should be proud of yourself for how things turned out. And understand that so many are still stuck in illusions and delusions of themselves and the world. Your level of knowing yourself and being able to identify yourself in the world puts you way ahead than you realize. And each time you keep going and choosing to be a better person every single day, when you reflect and address what has happened and those involved, you will see how far they're still trailing behind. And it'll instill gratitude within you because you understand yourself. You understand what you've been through and who you are. Okay, Scorpio, keep loving you. Keep pouring into your cup. Keep choosing yourself. It starts with you. If you don't feel okay extending yourself to this, going here, doing this, saying this, don't do it. Do it because you want to. Don't do it because you're being manipulated, tricked, lied to. And even if you did it when you were manipulated, tricked, and lied to, there was nothing wrong with you. You were just being manipulated, tricked, and lied to. The manipulator, the liar, the trickster, they're the enemy. There's something wrong with them. Don't ever put the enemy's weapons on you because you'd be giving them the win. because they try to form that weapon against you as a battle. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and the North Node. This was your sacred energy reading. I thank you, Scorpio, for your time. To those who are keen to book me for a reading, you'll find my email in the description box below. Goodbye, Scorpio.